Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on this look. This is the Dress Your Face inspired, well, not inspired. These are her like banging ass double cut crease eyes with some glitter. I love this look. I've done this look on my best friend for her birthday. It's definitely a little more technical, but it's so fun. It looks gorgeous. So I am losing sunlight. I'm not gonna waste any more time. If you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. We want to start out by moisturizing our face. I'm using my Pond's Dry Skin Cream, and I'm gonna just be making sure to concentrate this on my driest areas. Now taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, I'm gonna use that to go ahead and prime my eyelids. I'm just placing a little bit on the lids, and first blending it out with my fingers and finishing it off with the Beauty Blender. I'm going to be using my Shade and Light eye palette, and I'm going to be taking that light neutral quad shade and just making sure that that base is nice and set. Now taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, I'm going to use that to, now I'm going to go ahead into that warm base shade. It's a very pretty transition color, and this is going to help all of the rest of the shadows blend in easily. Now to define that cut crease, I'm going into that definer shade in the neutral quad. And you want to make sure to keep your eyes open for this step so that you can see, and make sure that when you have your eyes open, you can see that cut crease. With a tapered pencil brush, we're going to go ahead and blend the color upward, first without any additional product, but once we have it blended like we want, we do go ahead and add a little more of the same color. Then with that warm transition shade and a fluffy blending brush, we're going to go ahead and make sure the edges are seamless. To highlight the brow bone, I'm going to go into the highlighting color in the neutral quad. And then we're going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer with a flat definer brush, and we're going to clean up that cut crease. This is really the step that makes everything look clean and precise. It's kind of like when you go ahead and clean up your eyebrows after filling them in. It really puts everything together. Once you have that all done, you go ahead and take a flat synthetic brush and you kind of just spread that concealer around, make sure everything is clean, and this will prevent it from transferring up into the crease color. Now with the black shadow, I'm going to go ahead and take a liner brush and create a wing, like if you were creating a regular wing liner. I'm going ahead and doing both lines at the same time to try to make the lines look as symmetrical as possible. Then I'm going to be following my natural crease. If you do not have one, then kind of just follow the wing that you created right above. And you want to bring that into about halfway into your lid. As you can see here, both wings are not perfectly symmetrical, but that's very easy to fix, and I'll show you that later on. Once you've got that done, you can go ahead and start filling in the edge of that wing with the black eyeshadow. You don't have to be too careful with this part because you are going to go back in with a small detail brush just to make everything a lot more solid and less choppy. You could have also used a black eyeliner for the base of this wing, and that would have helped with the longevity and the deepness of the black shadow. Then with the same brush, I'm going to go ahead and use the clean side with the defining color in the neutral quad, and this is going to create a nice gradual gradient. Now for the lid, we're going to be taking Weenie, the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. I believe this is a collab that Kathleen Lights did with them. It's so beautiful. I'm going to be placing it onto my lid using my pinky because you get the best pigmentation from these shadows with your fingers, and my pinky will provide the most precision for me. And you want to bring it towards the middle where that dark shade is to kind of try to get it to blend a little bit, and you can pack this on to the pigmentation of your liking. Now, using that defining shadow brush, once again we're just going to use it without any additional product to make sure that the colors blend a little bit better. Now, with the ColourPop cream gel liner in the color Get Paid and a liner brush, we're going to go ahead and place this product on the edge of the cut crease. This is going to provide a really pretty, almost rose gold base also for glitter that we will be adding. And honestly, I didn't love the brush I used with it. If you have any suggestions, please put them down below. Here, as you can see, I'm adding the glitter over top. This is Topaz Twinkle, if I'm not mistaken. These are the Revlon Color Stay Eye Arts. It has really awesome glitter. And then moving on to the face, I'm going to go ahead and with a combination of two primers. For the perimeter of my face here, I'm using the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Eraser. This is going to help make the skin just look much smoother. And these kinds of primers, I really like to pat them in to make sure that the product gets all in the pores, to really fill them in and make everything look nice and smooth. Now I'm going right in with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the smoothing formula. I'm going to use this in the center of my face where my pores are much more pronounced. And just the same as with the Baby Skin primer, I'm going to pat this in to make sure it fills in the pores to provide for a nice smooth appearance. Now taking my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. This is in the color 128. As you can see, I love this foundation. I really honestly think this is the only foundation in the world that perfectly matches my skin tone. And by my skin tone, I mean my neck. I'm going to go ahead and work this in with my damp beauty blender. And you can definitely layer this product on. It is more of a medium coverage. It's not full coverage, but it looks very nice when you do layer it on. And you can definitely achieve nice full coverage. Now taking my Mac Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NW25, I'm going to be using this to color correct the darkness underneath of my eyes, concentrating the majority of the product in that inner corner where the darkness is most prominent, and I'm putting that very close to the lash line, trying my best not to get it into my eye. Now I'm going to go ahead and work that in with the Beauty Blender to pick up excess product and really blend it nicely into the skin. Now with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, this is in the color Light, I'm going to go ahead and further conceal and highlight my face. And I do like to make sure to keep that product very close to my nose because this helps to overall make it look much more narrow rather than wide. And I'm also going to use that concealer to clean up the liner. As you can see, I put it in an upside down triangle formation underneath of my eyes. Place it on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, besides my nose, the sides of my mouth, the chin, and right underneath of my contour line. Once again, with the Beauty Blender, I'm going to go ahead and work all of that in. Trying to be careful not to mess up the liner, but it's okay because those things can definitely be fixed. And here I'm going to go ahead and take that black eyeshadow and just fix that line up with the liner brush. And to set all the concealer, I'm going to be taking my MAC Prep and Prime Transparent Pressed Powder, first making sure to tap out any kind of creasing that may have formed, and then pressing that powder right in. I do like to do this a bit heavily because that concealer does tend to crease quite a bit. To set the rest of the highlighted areas, I'm going into my Lorac Pro Contour Powder using the Beige highlight. And I'm just going to go ahead and place this right on everywhere that I went ahead and highlighted. The reason I do this is because I do not like to waste that matte transparent powder. It's quite a bit more expensive. But this definitely leaves a very nice finish and adds a little bit more coverage even. Now using my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in the color medium to dark, I'm going to go ahead and bronze up the face where I will be contouring later on. And I do realize here that I completely forgot to blend out that concealer. And you will see that this definitely affects the rest of my makeup quite a bit, because since that concealer is liquid and it didn't get set properly with powder, all the other powders kind of become a little bit patchy. Of course, I will show you in the process that this is something that can be fixed with a little bit of work. You shouldn't fret if stuff like this happens to you. There's definitely ways to fix it and go around it. But definitely, it's much easier to avoid the problem in the first place. As I said, I'm placing this everywhere where I'll be contouring later on. So I did the cheekbones, now along my temples, my forehead, to try to make it appear a little bit smaller because it's definitely big. And I'm also going to be placing this along the jawline. As you can see here, when I bronze up the jawline, I like to take it down the neck. This is essentially contouring the neck, but it's really just to make sure that the look looks complete and not like it stops at my face. Now with the Makeup Geek Contour Powders, this is in the color Infidelity. This is supposed to be the cool tone fair. There's porcelain, fair, medium, and dark. Like I said, because I did have that concealer on and it was kind of making everything look a little bit patchy, this didn't go on its best. I'm happy to report that it is beautiful, blendable, and gorgeous when used correctly. But I will say that I am not loving the color for my skin tone. I feel like it could have been a little bit lighter. This is more for medium, honestly. It didn't look bad. You can definitely get away with it, especially if you do like this look. Just personally for me, I do actually prefer my light contour color from the Lorac Pro Contour kit. I'll definitely be loving this when I'm tan though. Here I'm using a little dual fiber powder brush just to blend everything out. And now I'm going into the yellow and beige highlight to clean up my contour using the Lorac Pro Contour brush. I am packing it on heavy just so that it can sit for a little while and really clean the contour up nicely. Here I'm just showing you guys how it is still just a little bit patchy. I was getting a little bit frustrated, but like I did say before, you shouldn't fret. Here, taking the Bone Beige sculpting powder from MAC as a blush, I was actually able to really blend everything out and make everything look much better. Now going back to the eyes, I'm going into that lighter brown shade from the neutral palette with a tapered pencil brush, and I'm going to be placing this along the lower lash line. This is going to be a nice little transition shade to make everything blend out easily on the lower lash line. Now I'm going in with the darker brown shade on a liner brush, and I'm going to pack this on quite close to my lower lash line. Then to finish it off, I'm going into the black eyeshadow and doing the same. And then I'm going back in with the Dipbrow pencil brush with no additional product just to blend everything out. Here I wet my brush with a little bit of setting powder and went into the J.cats baked eyeshadow in the color Triple Crown using only the lightest shade. And I'm going to be using that for the inner corner highlights to bring back a little bit of just really pretty light. Here I forgot to show it, I'm using the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter with my Real Techniques setting brush, going on the tops of the cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and then I actually went back into that baked eyeshadow because I really like the way that this shines off as if it's more foiled, more smooth, I guess you could say. And here I'm using my all-nighter setting spray from Urban Decay to set all of the makeup in. I applied false eyelashes and did my eyebrows off camera to save time. And here I'm going into my Maybelline's The Falsies mascara just to make sure that my natural lashes blend very nicely with the fake lashes. I've been doing mascara after applying false lashes lately because I feel like I can get much closer to the lash line. I'm also using that mascara on my lower lashes. I really love the brush for the lower lashes. It is nice and fluffy and separated. They don't look like spider legs. I love it. Now for the lips, I'm super excited. I'm going in with ColourPop Beeper. I do not need to use lip liner with these liquid lipsticks. They're super easy and precise, super pigmented, not streaky at all. I love them. They're definitely very drying. If you cannot tolerate that, this is probably not the best thing for you, but for $6, these are amazing. I got my lip application technique from Nikki Tutorial. She has a whole video on it, and I seriously commend her for being able to put words to this process because I always have so much trouble trying to explain what exactly it is I'm doing to fill in my lips, but I guess you guys can see. I'm trying to get the point. To lighten the look a little bit, I'm going in with my NYX matte lipstick in the color Sable just on the center of the lips, and I'm just blending it really by putting my lips together. I really like the way that this looked. It gave it a little bit more of a wearable look. Alright you guys, so that was the look. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Definitely hope that you learned a little something along the way. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, a like. Super helpful for me. It just recommends my videos a little bit more, and you know, it just kind of like puts me out there more for people to see. I love doing this, so if you could support me, I would definitely appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It'll notify you when I get new videos up for you. And with that being said, I cannot wait to see you guys on my next one. Bye bye.